Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video of the 19th episode of Season 2 of Babylon 5 called Divided Loyalties. You can now see the full reaction for this YouTube video on my Patreon channel, along with lots of other goodies. Links are in the description below. This one is short, but not so sweet. Last time we saw the entire Markab race succumb to a virus that killed them all. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
Credit accepted. Identity confirmed. Please insert issue to be recycled. Express preferences.
Standard preferences. Oh, and include more detailed information on the 6th game of the World Series.
That's quite cool.
All yours.
So, it's basically the paper version of custom news feeds. Looks like you have to. I was going to say it looks like you have to insert an old paper to get a new one for recycling purposes, which makes sense, but it might be tied because he paid first, so maybe it knows that he's bought one before. So it's saying, look, you know you've got one, insert the old one to be recycled before we give you a new one. Maybe if he then says, I haven't got one, they charge him more or something to print it. But yeah, so it looks like you put the old one in, you say what it'll probably have like a general template of news of what's going on, but then you can say I specifically want information on this, bit more detailed information on that, and it'll customize the paper for you, that's quite a nice idea. A bit I don't know, 1990, what was this, 4, 5, fairly predicting the future. Probably you could do some stuff then, but no, it's nice. I like it.
Minbari, respect the privacy of others by not prying into their affairs.
Unable to insert Eye on Minbari section.
It is good to know what your people are thinking and saying about my people.
Funny that.
I often learn things about my own world before I'm told what I need to know.
Yeah.
No more.
We haven't seen Mars Colony for a while. You're going to want a shower after running through that lot. I'm going to assume being chased by Psychor.
It's all here. Get it to me, Dad.
Data Crystal.
Tell him it's not safe.
So he looks like one of Sinclair's Rangers, with his cape on like that, cloak. You know that now I've said the name of the previous captain, I'll get them all mixed up again. So I wonder what's on that data crystal. There's always data crystals involved in the problems that are happening. They need to tighten up on their security to stop leaks on their nefarious activities, whoever they are.
Redwoods, firs, pines.
They're having a private talk.
I was wondering if you gave any more thought to what I mentioned last night.
About Talia?
She could be a great resource for us.
I can't see why she wouldn't want to help us.
Set up a meeting in a few days.
Yeah. So the Pakmara have her own toilet cubicle. I can imagine a lot of other species would need their own specific toilet facilities. So yeah, I don't want to think too much about how they would work though.
It's hard to believe it's taken us so long to get to this point.
I'll have you know I've been nothing but compassionate and understanding.
A ship came in through the jump gate a few minutes ago. But now it's just sitting there.
That is odd.
What's wrong with your quarters?
There's some kind of a problem with the air recycling system. I called around, but practically everything on the station is booked up.
If you want, why don't you just come over to my quarters tonight?
So is it just a friendship between them, or something a bit more? It's got damage.
Carbon scoring on the hull.
Still registering one life form.
All right, let's bring her in, see what's inside. Better have a med team there.
Makes sense.
I know her. It's Lita.
Who?
Lita Alexander. She was the first commercial telepath assigned to Babylon 5.
Telepath from the pilot episode, The Gathering.
Only somebody tried to kill him as soon as he stepped off his ship. Lita agreed to scan him.
She scanned the Vorlon.
She and the doctor who operated on Kosh were recalled to Earth a few weeks later. It's hard to explain, but from that day on, she was never quite right anymore.
So yeah, Doctor operated on Kosh. She looked into Kosh's mind, and they were both then recalled to Earth. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, so it's surprising to see her, because I would have thought she'd have been, well, it's a couple of years now, isn't it? But they'll have been speaking to her and questioning her and the Doctor for quite a while. We haven't heard about the Doctor either.
I want to see Captain Sheridan now! And the rest, I want to see everyone all together. Someone here, one of you, is a traitor. And I can prove it.
Okay,
They wanted to know what I saw in Kosh's mind.
of course.
There wasn't anything more than what I reported, but they didn't want to believe me.
Okay.
I escaped the Psy Corps on a shuttle bound for Mars. Since that time, I've been trying to get into Vorlon space.
Does that mean she's on the run?
But ever since I touched Ambassador Kosh, I've been drawn there.
Sounds a bit dodgy.
And they'll let me in, I know it.
Yeah, they might let you in, but will they let her out again? I could quite believe they'd let her in. If not just to get rid of her. Because they're so private. But yeah, if she escaped from a Psy-Corps shuttle, does that mean she's now on the run then? Yeah, I would assume so, although I'm not sure what she would have been held for legally.
Our agent found out about a secret Psy Corps program. A sleeper program. This personality is then submerged so far into the subconscious that it won't show up, even on a deep scan. Spying. Until the day the password is sent telepathically, the real personality is destroyed, and the implanted one takes control.
Destroyed?
Someone could be a spy and not even know it.
I mean, it's a good thing for a spy to be able to do. Makes them the perfect spy. Even they don't know they're a spy. It's a bit weird that if you send the code that the new personality is destroyed, it would really make more sense to switch so that the other one, the main personality, comes back, but then you can put them back again. That way you can reuse them, you can get the information out of them, you can be briefed on what's happening and then put them back into place. So that's a bit weird. And horrible.
We don't know who's been infected, but someone here is not what he or she appears.
I think everybody's like that.
All we have is a code name, Control.
Oh, well that's the episode we saw. They were called Control. The episode with that the Mars leader who was being mind controlled to assassinate that business owner. That was to do with Control, and there was a Psy-Cop or Psy-Corps anyway person running it, the machines, the tech to do it all.
I can send a telepathic probe into the minds of your staff one at a time. I won't scan.
My people will object properly to having their loyalty questioned.
It's not a question of loyalty.
They don't know. Yeah.
They won't know I'm sending to them, so you won't have to tell them.
Now, if you don't mind, I'll have a security guard. No, 2 security guards. Take you to a holding cell until we decide what to do about this.
I think I'd want 3 security guards, and there should be 3 people with them at all times. That way, if it's one of them, you have 2 people to overpower them. 1-on-1, it's going to be a bit tricky, especially as they'll probably have the element of surprise. So yeah, I'd have 3 people at all time.
Comments, anyone?
Well, Susan's not
Does the
going to
phrase
go
"no
for
way
it.
in hell" ring a bell?
Yeah. So it's not scan. She's just sending a code. But I understand she'd be against it.
No, actually, I'm not fine. It's been one hell of a day, Ambassador.
Always is.
Life decides to kick you in the butt.
But what?
Oh, you have the damnedest gaps in your vocabulary.
Then we are in agreement.
Abso-fragging-lutely.
There you see.
What?
Something has gone your way.
Yeah, cheered him up.
And the wheel turns.
Good day, Ambassador.
Did cheer him up.
What about your second? The one who shot you in the back last New Year's Eve. Maybe that's what she heard about. Maybe he was this control.
Good logic. In which case, there's no problem with sending the code to everyone.
Have you talked to Ivanova any more about this?
You know how she is about letting any telepath near her.
Yeah, she'll get over it, huh?
You like your shower?
It was glorious. I haven't had a real hot water shower in ages.
So it looks like the Psycor don't stretch to showers in their rooms for their operatives. She had one of the more basic rooms with actual water.
But there's only one person on this station that I can trust implicitly.
Me?
You.
Oh.
Lead Alexander. When things quiet down, I want to transfer to 15. There's a decent bed in there, and she may be with us for a while.
Where's Susan gone?
We're supposed to transfer you to a better facility so you can get some sleep.
That's not suspicious at all. Oh.
Get behind! Come on.
That's horrible to be attacked and then be on the run and not being able to trust anyone. She literally can't trust anyone because they don't even know that they're the one who attacked.
You know, I almost had myself convinced that she was wrong.
Yeah, proves that she's right.
It still does not prove anything.
Oh, it does.
With this latest incident, I am leaning toward letting her perform a telepathic probe.
Yeah.
She's not going to be scanning anyone or invading their privacy.
Yeah.
Now we have to know that we can trust each other or we are dead. And we can't do that as long as this is hanging over our heads. It's the only way we can be sure.
So, obviously, Susan disappeared last night. She's anti-telepath. She always has been. It would be a good cover for her if it's her. Not wanting people to scan her and stuff. So, yeah. It does point to her.
Yes, Lita Alexander, are you back on Babylon 5?
Yes. I am sorry for imposing on you at this hour, but I need your help. Can you meet me in Brown 3 in, say, an hour?
Brown 3, quite a big area. Need to be a bit more specific.
I woke up last night and you were gone. I needed some air.
After you tell someone that you've been lying to them for years, maybe even putting them in jeopardy.
Hard to trust them.
I just received a message from Lita Alexander. I believe you're looking for her.
Where is she?
She asked me not to give you that information.
Oh, so she's had the conversation with Lita, and this is afterwards. She's now passing information to Sheridan, which makes sense. She can't go to her directly, so she's using Delenn as a sort of go-between. Obviously trusts her.
If she makes contact with you again, tell her that we will be ready to meet with her whenever she wants.
I told you that my mother was a telepath. She could slip into my thoughts. And what I didn't tell you is that I learned how to keep her out when I wanted to.
She's a telepath.
I'm a latent telepath.
So if Psycor found out, she'd have to join the Corps or take the medication or be locked up.
Why didn't you tell me this before? I thought we could trust each other.
Can a senior officer be a telepath? I'm going to say no, because those the only options are if you do have telepathic abilities, you join the Psycor, which means you wouldn't be able to be in a command situation in the military. You take the medication, which messes you up and affects you, and she wouldn't be the mental capacity to be a military officer, or you refuse both those and you get locked up. So yeah, it's her career on the line.
I'm probably not even a P1. I've never been able to read anyone except my mother. I can block a casual scan, and I know instantly if someone's doing it.
Well, to block a casual scan would take some ability.
Maybe we can work something out.
Message for you from Ambassador Delenn, Captain.
What's the message?
One word.
Now. All senior staff meeting up.
Do you wish me to stay with you?
No, I think I'll be okay.
Thank you for your help, Delenn.
Not Ambassador. Ambassador Delenn, just Delenn.
You'll start with me.
You're sure?
You can see they're getting more casual.
Can't ask anyone else to do this until I've done it myself.
Yeah. Makes sense. That's the right thing to do.
Well, when do you start?
I've already done it. You're clean. Mr. Garibaldi?
Okay, that's good. He knew the implications that he understands that he might not know it's him, and if it is him, he had his sidearm on him. He could obviously, if the personality comes back, he could take his gun out and start shoot him. So he handed his gun over. So that's good. A nice little touch as well. That's a dangerous trick to play. We could have shot him.
You ever do that to
Yeah.
Just couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
Ivanova.
We're going to hold off on Ivanova for now. We've got plenty of other people to check. And
Do her last. So hopefully you can find who it is without having to scan her. And completely understand why he's doing that. But she is in a senior position. Oh, that's a tricky decision to make. I suppose if she's in the room, keep them all together, or keep her in the room with you. Don't let her go off on her own. Fair enough, actually. I can understand it.
I just want to say that I think you're doing a very good job. That'll be all.
Oh.
Zach?
Sir?
Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
That'll be all.
They're all going to wonder what the hell's going on. You think you would come up with some kind of pretext? At least with that one guy, he said, I think you're doing a really good job. Someone say you do a good job. Well done, carry on, off you go. A little pep talk. At least do that to all of them. Don't just get them to walk in, stand there, and say, "Yep, cheers, bye then."
I've been evaluating your recent work. Congratulations. Well done.
Yeah. At least doing this way, even a pep talk as well, you're getting them, building the morale, so it has a double effect. It's going to be tiring her out, I should think, if she's mentally doing it.
Hey, you alright?
That'll be all, thank you.
She's in the room with her. Part of me thinks Lita would have sent the password without her knowing, although she would have told her. From what Ivanova said, she might know because she might pick it up. But I still think she would have tried. She's so scared about it all, about being attacked and stuff. I think self-preservation would kick in and she'd send the code to her. I think. But yeah, she is in the room with them, so that's a good security measure until you can scan her. No, not scan her, send the password.
The further you go from the center of power, the less likely it is we're going to find the person that we're looking for.
I suggest you move those eyes somewhere else.
Implanted personality will do or say anything, manipulate anyone.
Yeah, it could just be a lie, just to deflect.
This is exactly what Psychor wants.
Infight him.
I said I'll do it.
For the greater good.
She's blocking me. She's clean. I'm sorry.
She's now got that information. In fact, they all have in the room.
For you.
That'll be a reaction.
It's her.
Oh.
You blew my cover.
You're dead.
Well, Captain immediately shielded her. That was his reaction, so that's good. And a shot he just missed. She did actually fire, so that was attempted murder. But yeah, it's nice to see the captain defending her immediately. That shows the kind of guy he is. He sort of leapt in there, which to be a captain, you would assume he'd have to have shown some kind of moral fibre, and we've obviously seen that of him as the show's gone on.
How could she do this to us?
She didn't.
Question is, how much does she know about our operation here?
You were going to bring her
Knows
in.
about the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, but what are they going to do about it? Admit they were foxed?
You have one advantage. We know about their sleeper program. Now, they don't want that revealed any more than we want our side to get out.
It sounds like an old-fashioned Mexican standoff.
Standoff, yeah.
I guess it could have been a lot worse, though, huh? Another day or two, we would have invited her into our little cell.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we can use to protect ourselves?
And what was on that data crystal he gave you?
Reflection.
So Kosh, that guy took scans. Can Kosh do something to protect them? It's going to be tough because Ivanova seems to have feelings for her and looked like she had feelings for Ivanova. Obviously, the personality that's now gone. Garibaldi seemed to have some feelings for her as well, though. So yeah, it's going to be tough all round.
I wanted to see you before you left.
Why is she walking around freely?
The program is complete. The Talia you knew no longer exists.
She tried to shoot. She did shoot. She missed. It's really attempted murder. Why isn't she in the cell?
Able to come out only at night when she was asleep. Her invisible sister.
Good way of putting it.
Believed everything she said to you. All the things you wanted to hear.
She seems lovely. Ah.
The captains made sure I can get away before the Psychops get here. I never told them.
So she does know more.
I hid it all away in the smallest, tiniest corner of my mind. I want to see you again. Just one more time before I go.
Surprised he'd do that. Okay. Good episode. So, yes, the Psychops are... looks like they are after Lita, so that she's leaving. She did see something of Kosh when she scanned him. I'm really surprised he's revealed himself again. Don't know. That's a bit odd. Seems unlike him, what we've seen. With I'm getting confused now between Talia and Lita. With Talia, so she's been there for a while now. Her friend Jason Ironheart visits the station. He's the one who had that stuff done to him, and he ascended. But he gave Talia a gift to be able to move things. Now, did he give the Talia that we know that gift, and now that personality's gone, that gift is gone? Or is it given to the individual as a whole, and the doesn't matter which personality is in control, they still have that gift? Not sure. Obviously, that was a gift given to the wrong person. Seems weird, some of the storylines they've had in hindsight now, that she is what she is. Specifically that railroad episode where she hid everything from Bester. I wouldn't have thought that would happen. I would have thought the personality would have come back. I don't know. It depends what the actual mission is of the personality, I suppose, and what there'd be guidelines on when she could and couldn't reveal herself or come out, I suppose. Maybe that wasn't big enough to reveal herself. Maybe it was all about getting herself into Babylon 5 command structure, and that was the one goal, and the other stuff didn't matter. It wasn't big enough. So yeah. I don't understand why she wasn't locked up at the end. She was just packing to go. When I can understand, for the most part, it wouldn't necessarily be a crime as such that I can think of, except for the shooting bit. She attempted to shoot Lita. So that would surely be an assault or attempted murder. So I don't understand why she wasn't locked up for that. That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. No, it was good. A little confusing, some of it. Not quite sure how it fits in, but yeah. We saw obviously John and Len getting a little bit closer again, so that's obviously building up. And we now know Ivanova has some basic telepathy as well. But so even being a P1, I was surprised she'd be able to block as such. I mean, that's so basic. I would have thought even if she can block, it wouldn't be able to block much. Yeah. Well, let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below. And she'll see you for the next episode. Be seeing you.